Salut! We're back with more of the Painscreek killings. So I reviewed the last video and went through all the diaries again, off screen, and took down some notes. So we have some clear objectives this gameplay. So let's jump in. Okay. Oh, I forgot. We're going to start here again. Yeah. So like I said, I went through the diaries. I wrote down some codes. We're going to revisit a few places. Let me see. Where do I want to start? Oh, real quick. Let's recap. We just found out that Bernard Hopkins is responsible for Scott, aka Vincent's death. Strongly suspect that Derek is responsible for Vivian's death. As we know, Vivian, Andrew Reed, and Dr. Johnson were part of Sophia's death. I strongly suspect that Trisha, after all the trauma that she's gone through, harmed herself. And I'm not sure. We still don't know who. Strongly suspect that both Andrew Reed and Dr. Johnson's deaths were not accidental. We know Vivian and Dr. Johnson are, well, there's heavy evidence to imply that they were responsible for Magdalene's death. And I think that's it. Oh, we know that Derek witnessed the death of Sophia. So let me get adjusted here. I need to, you know what, we'll do that on the way. There's a lot. I went through and read all the diaries again. Oh, you know, it's extra creepy when you're in the house of somebody that you know committed homicide. And I don't know where any of these people are. And it just makes me feel just yeah. Also, when I re-watched the last video, I noticed that not only is... Okay, so we know that the unmarked grave belongs to Sophia, but those flowers look fresh. And this is, I think, supposed to be a few years later. So somebody's leaving flowers on her grave. So let's see, where do we want to go first? Oh, so you know that room next to the library... Well, in the mansion, Trisha mentioned something about a study door code. So that might be it. Maybe that's Charles' study. I'm not sure. So let's pop back over to the mansion, as much as I don't want to go back there. Whew. Yeah, it's like right here. So let's go ahead and just knock that out. We're also going to have to go back to the hospital because, silly me, we turned the power on and I was just like, oh, we don't need to do anything else in the hospital. And it's like, no, silly. Obviously you did that for a reason. Okay, so let me remember how to get to that study. I'm always expecting someone to be up on the roof. We've only had one ghost sighting, I think. So that's good. Oh, this place is so creepy. Yeah, it was over here. Okay, so I'm gonna assume this is where the study is because this is the library. This whole place is just so creepy. Now let's take a look. Yeah, so 5 digits. Yep, this is 5 digits. Okay, so... Oh, I can't just type it in. Ooh, what am I doing? Ah, it worked. Okay, excellent. Let's go in here. Oh, good. This room's creepy too. Hideous, creepy rooms. Okay, let's... Oh, here's another place with a view of the shed. You know, for, you know, picking your... If you're gonna pick a secret meeting place, maybe don't have it in, like, range of view for the people you don't want to see you meeting. Okay. Alright, just trying to... Take a look. I feel weirdly disoriented right now. I don't know why. Okay, hold on, wait. Is that just... I don't know what that is. I guess that's just engraving. Huh. Weird. What is that? I don't know. Maybe some texture thing. Okay, are any of these books clickable? Place item. Oh! What, I don't have anything in my inventory for that. Okay. Hold up. So I need to find a book. Let me make a note of that real quick. Okay. So I'm trying not to... I have this thing where I lean forward and then all you see is my head. And it looks like that Adele album. It's just a great album, and Adele is a very, very attractive woman. But I mean, I'll just say it, I think most people would find her conventionally beautiful. But it's like you know, the album, it cuts off like right. It just looks so weird to me. But I guess maybe they did it because, you know, it was something a little different. Okay, so this is what we need. All right, let's put it in here. Oh. Oh. What? Oh. 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 Okay. I don't know what the code would be for that. I don't know. I don't think I read anything about... I don't know. We'll come back to it. All right, let's keep looking. I'm getting way... Okay, we've got a 4-digit code. I do have a 4-digit code, but I think it's going to go to the sheriff's desk. So I don't think it's going to belong here. Let me see. We can always come back. But I have to take notes or I'll forget. Oh, what's this? Vivian Roberts' medical report. Dear Charles Roberts, Vivian's situation is currently stabilizing. She has accepted the fact that she cannot conceive anymore. However, she needs time to fully recover, and a 6-month rehabilitation is necessary. Gosh, that's awful. Your presence at the hospital has been noted to upset her, and this only helps prolong her recovery. I am suggesting that you try and refrain from visiting your wife until she's in a better state to receive you. Your mother's desire for Boy to be an heir to your family has caused tremendous strain on her. Please consider addressing this issue with your mother. Painscreek Community Hospital regards a patient's recovery as the highest priority. Our staff will do their very best to help Vivian. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause you. This was 1974. Gosh, that's awful. That's awful to hear that. So was she mad at Charles, or was she just upset because Charles reminded her of his mother's pressure? And obviously Henry Johnson is very close to the family. It's a lot of food for thought there. Okay, we're gonna take a picture of that. And then... Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Okay, we're... Another chess piece. 5. Okay, I don't know what any of this means. Hold on, let me get it where I can see the... Okay. So, put that back. And then there's another one over here. And then 2. Well, I'm just gonna try to... It's fine, I can tell what it is. That's all that matters. Okay. Oop, what am I doing? Okay. Ooh. Get your... Okay, nothing in there. Oh, that's right. I can't do anything with that lighter. So Charles must still be alive. Alright. What is that? Oh, the first floor. Well, it's a little late. Is there anything interesting? There's the bathroom, but you can't access the... Oh, but you can't access the bathroom, can you? That's a big bathroom. Go. Wine cellar. We can't access the wine cellar. Yeah, this floor plan just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. Okay. All right. So since we're here, ugh, this place is so creepy. Since we're here, let's go back to the gallery. We're gonna try to do Scott, aka Vincent's birth date again. Like I said, I don't know if I put it in one of my other recordings. I tried it one time. It wasn't working, but there's no other date. So we'll give it a try. What I could do is, because I normally do it like how I write it, which would be, so it's June 1st, 1975. So I would normally do 06, 01, and then 75. But we're going to try doing 6/1/1975. I don't know. Why am I walking so slow? Stop. I don't know. And then if that doesn't work, I don't know what else to do. This place is so freaking creepy. I cannot. I mean, I do kind of like the gallery, though. But I don't, I definitely don't like the hospital. I wonder why some of these drapes are closed. Anyway, okay, I know. Okay, so, we're gonna do, let's try 6/1/1975. Okay, well, like I said, it had to have been the birth date. That's the birth date. Like there's a reason why games would give you a full date, and that was the only tombstone that had a full date, I think. Okay. What do we? Oh, here's another chess piece. Okay, so let me see if I can get it to where I can kind of see. Okay. I don't know why I can't just take these chess pieces. Pick up. July 31st, 1995. I cannot believe that Scott killed my wife. It's been spewed all over the media. How? Why? He loves Trisha. And I treated him... He loves Trisha, and I treated him like my own son. It doesn't make any sense. August 13th, 1995. I visited Scott today. I asked him why he would kill Vivian. He did not answer, but simply looked down on the floor. I wanted an answer so desperately that I nearly rattled his neck. Does he even feel any guilt or remorse for what he's done? How can he not say anything? October 22nd, 1995. I visited Scott again today, knowing that he will be released soon. There just wasn't enough evidence to pin him. He looked thinner than before, but I didn't care. I wanted to know why he killed Vivian. When I asked, he stared at me. I was so angry that I yelled at him. I was about to leave when out of nowhere he said, "I pity the ignorant." What the hell does that mean? November 2nd, 1995. I got drunk last night at the inn. Scott is now a free man. I think I babbled about how much I despise Scott and what I would do to have someone get rid of him. Did I really say that? How did I get home anyways? Oh, right. Bernard was with me. He drove me home. We all know Bernard is the reason why Scott's dead. First National Bank. Email password. Love Trish. Aw. Study room descant. Chess pieces. King, knight, queen, bishop. Okay. So. Descant. Okay. Maybe I should write down. I, Charles Roberts, of 1 Maple Drive, Painscreek, being of sound mind, declare this to my last will and testament, dated July 1st, 1975, effective as of today, June 21st, 1975. Item 1. Article 6B of my will shall be modified to read, should a boy be born to the Roberts family that is of a direct lineage to Charles Roberts, if he is the eldest son and no others contest, he shall inherit all of the family's fortune upon Charles Roberts' passing. The sole condition to this is that the son must be at least 25 years of age. Item 2. Article 6A of my will shall be stricken in its entirety. The firstborn child of Roberts' family shall inherit 50% of all the family's fortune should Charles Roberts pass away. Item 3. Article 11 shall be added to my will and shall read, Vincent Roberts, born of Charles Roberts and Sophia Miller on June 1st, 1975, in Painscreek, shall be officially acknowledged as the family member of the Roberts family effective July the 1st, 1975. Randall Lewis. Yeah, so, wow. Just wow. Let's go ahead and get that in there. Okay. So, actually, what I should probably do... Let's take a little look-see. I should probably go ahead and write down... Okay, so... it's been forever since I played chess. That's what, a rook? I think that's a queen. Okay, knight, pawn, bishop 4. So how do I know what order? Because I don't think it said. I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but I don't recall seeing anything that would tell me. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the sheriff's office, because I think this code, the 7741 code, goes to the sheriff's office. Also, I wrote down, so Sophia's favorite places are Anne's Courtyard, Bridge, and Post Office. I think we went ahead and photographed the code for the post office. But I think by Bridge, I was thinking Bridge by the playground, but there's that bridge that goes between the sheriff's office and the town, which would make way more sense. And there is a gate there. So we'll go and check that out. Oh my gosh, I keep expecting someone to show up. Wait, and I can't go in here. Oh yeah, because they've got the door blocked. Okay. Okay. Let's get out of this creepy place. What was that noise? I literally heard a noise. I don't know. Let's get out of here. I just can't. This place is so creepy. Hopefully we don't have to come back. I really don't want to. I mean, we really should go to the hospital next because it's like right across, but you know what, we'll go there. I'm gonna delay that as long as I possibly can. Hospital is so creepy. Okay, well, I just went way off the road. I don't care. I want to see, can I still have this. Can I use this? Okay, is there anything in here? This looks really rusted. Okay. I doubt there's anything in these vehicles, but I don't know why they're still here. Yeah, I can't think of a place that looks less American. I know I've said it a few times, but I mean, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. I like little villages like this, but Okay, so here's the gate. So somewhere around here. Oh, stop. Okay, hold up. I'll just take a picture. Okay, so we found that one. Why do I keep opening doors onto me? Okay. Yeah, this is like the least creepy place. Okay, was it this one? Okay. So let's try it. Okay. Let's open it. To Sheriff Howard, this is dated 1997. The crack in Vivian Roberts' skull shows that a weapon used is an object with a heavy and sharp end. Something like an axe would fit the description. So recall, in Bernard's house, I think there was a cabinet that looked like it had been broken into. I think it had axes. I'm pretty sure he had some display case with a bunch of axes. To cause a crack that big, the attacker must be rather strong. I assume it's either a man or a strong woman who's experienced in the use of the weapon. The victim must have been facing the attacker because of the lacerations found on the front of her torso, as well as the back side of both forearms, showing that she had tried to block the attacks by holding up her arms. The fatal strike landed on the right side of the victim's head, just above her right eyebrows. This clarifies the following. 1. That the victim was facing the killer. 2. That the killer is strong enough to land such a clean but deadly blow. And 3. That the killer is left-handed. Since the murder weapon was never recovered or confirmed, my assumption of it being an axe still remains. Since this is me doing you a solid, do not, under any circumstances, leak this information or I'll be in big trouble. The guys here in Grand City don't want anyone more than necessary to know about these details. Hope the above information helps. Sean M. Smith. Okay, so we learned something very important. We learned that the killer is left-handed and strong. And we learned that Vivian was killed by an axe. Okay. I don't think it was Bernard because, again, it looked like the display case had been broken into. I'm pretty sure it was a display of axes. So I think somebody broke into his house, and unless Bernard was not in a proper state to unlock, like, of a sound mind enough to remember to unlock his, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Derek is left-handed. Vivian Roberts' murder case record of alibi, interview record, recorded July 25th, 1995, interview to Charles Roberts. I wasn't here when my wife was killed. I left for New York on July 18th to attend a conference meeting that was supposed to last for 3 days. I was supposed to be back on the weekend. On the morning of July 20th, however, I received a phone call from our butler, Bernard, informing me that Vivian had been murdered. I could not believe what I had heard. I cut short my trip and immediately came back to Painscreek. Recorded July 25th, 1995, interview to Matthew Brooks. There is an annual religious gathering event in Hartford where pastors from different churches in our state's vicinity meet and discuss what we can do to help our society. The event started on July 18th and ran for 5 days, so it ended on July 23rd. I represent Painscreek Trinity Church at the event. Our church can confirm this because we had to cancel our Sunday service that week. Okay. Well, I don't suspect Charles did it because of his diary entry. I'm going to note these dates. I think there was something in the church about a cancellation. I should look and see if that's confirmed. Okay. So this one is this is an interview to Bernard Hopkins, July 25th, 1995. I was preparing for the fundraising event when I felt sick. However, there was no one who can really do my job, so I kept working. At about 9 in the evening, I was too sick to continue, so I bid Vivian goodnight and headed back home. Dorothy Patterson saw me leave. No, there's no one else that lives there. I live alone. Okay, so interview to Dorothy Patterson, same day, July 25th, 1995. Yes, Bernard was not feeling well that day, so he left slightly earlier than usual. However, he finished his work before he left. When I saw how sick he appeared, I wondered how he could have kept on working. Well, I guess that's why the Roberts family trusts him so much. Me, I was around the mansion most of the time, either preparing the food or making sure that the other maids were doing their jobs. The fundraising event, which was to be held the following day, was important to Vivian, so we were all making sure that everything would be perfect. By the time Mary left, it was already past midnight. I locked the doors and then went home myself. No, I live alone. Okay, we're going to take a picture of that. Okay, so this is for Mary Martinez. Now, this is the woman that found the body on the same day, July 25th, 1995. My name is Mary Martinez. I had been working in the kitchen for the past few days for the upcoming fundraising event. Jimmy's Bakery was supposed to deliver the cakes, but a few days before the event, they called to inform us that they can't make it. Suddenly, I was in charge of the cakes. I was so mad because we didn't have much time, and this event was supposed to be extremely crucial for Vivian's business. But after hearing that Vivian was murdered, all my angry work just sort of became irrelevant. I feel like I heard about Jimmy's Bakery before. I'm not sure. And they canceled so suddenly. I'm wondering if that was to keep, maybe there was a plot to keep Mary busy. I don't know. So here's Derek Tyler's interview. I remember dropping Mr. Roberts off at the airport on July 18th at around 2 p.m. I was supposed to come back after that to drive around for Vivian, but she told me to take a break since I haven't had a day off for quite some time. I decided to visit a friend of mine who's moving upstate to West Dakota. What sort of friend? An elementary school buddy that used to live here but moved when he received a scholarship. I stayed at his place for a few days before coming back to Painscreek. Yes, he can vouch for me. I have his number at home. I can give it to you later. Derek never gave me the number. I feel like Derek did mention the friend, though. I need to relook through Derek's things, because I feel like he did mention. Come back after that to drive around. She told me to take a break. Okay, so Derek's alibi. Okay. Nothing in that one. Oh, a key. Wait. I wanted that key. Give me the key. A car key. Okay, so we did come across a few cars that have their I can't think of the name of it. My brain's just not working right now. Not their trunk, but their trunks were closed, but their glove box. Their glove box. Why can't I think the words? I've been playing too many mystery games. My brain is just fried. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in here. For some reason I was thinking the desk drawer, but we had already unlocked the desk drawer. So that's fine. Okay, we could go try the different cars. And then where do we need to... We could try the various cars. Let's also look for these clues, because I think it's all going to take us to the same spot. There's something about those alibis. I feel like they're really, really important. I need to compare. Hold on, let me see. Okay. I'll dissect that later. I feel like I can confirm the dates of the religious event. I don't seem to have the... There's something about it. I can... It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out later. Let's keep pushing. Okay, let's take a look. Do we have... Hold up. Okay, let me write down what these are. So we have... Let me look at my photos. Stream. I don't know where that... I think that's outside the cafe. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. So I wrote down Sophia's favorite places are Ann's Courtyard, Bridge, Post Office. Matthew's favorites are Moon Cafe, Church, and Little Big Books. So we've got Stump, we've got Stream, House. I'm not sure where that one's at. I think that's it. I think that's the only ones I've taken pictures of. Here's the cafe, Playground. Yep, I bet it's gonna take us right where. Let's do them all though, because I wanna trigger. I think you have to trigger things, which is why I think I can't access the that stone in the cemetery. I think it's because I haven't triggered whatever. So let's visit all these locations. So we already did Moon Cafe. Let's see what the church one is. Little Big Books, I think it's right next to the cafe though. So here, did I get this one? I think I did. Where would it be? Also, who sees people carving things and build on buildings and they're just like, oh, that's fine. There it is, bird. Alright, let's see if this key works for the glove box over here, since there's a bloody print. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Alright, what is all this? Can I... Lockbox 201. Okay. Well, I can just... Did y'all hear something? Sound like a freaking door closing. Dude, I'm gonna get murdered. Okay. My head hurts, my tire's flat, and the phone's not working. Is someone trying to stop me from leaving Painscreek? Am I close to discovering something? Oh god, I thought he was the one. I was wrong. He's not the killer. He's not. What does that mean? Lockbox 201. Is that in here? Oh my gosh, am I gonna have to go in here? I really don't want to go in here. Guys, I thought I heard a door close. Was I crazy? Dude, I'm gonna get murdered to death. I am telling you guys. I'm gonna get murdered. This is not supposed to be a horror game. He's onto me, and I had to hide the key in one of the drains by the roadside he will never find. Okay, drains by roadside. I'm going to die, guys. Okay. 1997, May 19th, 1997. Ever since I received the messages and the key, I've been following the anonymous person blindly. What a fool I've been. I need to revisit my investigation notes and see if I might have missed anything important. May 21st, 1997. I looked through the alibis recorded by Sheriff Howard. There are 6 interviews. Charles, Matthew, Bernard, Dorothy, Mary, and Derek. Then I noticed it. One of them is lying. It was recorded that there was an event, yet I remember reading somewhere about it being canceled. Where did I read it again? I can't seem to remember. Was it the religious event? Or was it the fundraising event? No, they wouldn't have... That was... Oh, was it Father Matthew? Did Father Matthew? Did Father Matthew do it? It was recorded that there was an event. I remember reading somewhere about it being canceled. May 23rd, 1997. Oh my god, I just realized that the E's in all the killer's messages is slightly off in comparison to all of the other letters. If I can find that typewriter, I can find who killed Vivian. We've seen a few typewriters. We've seen a few typewriters. Oh my gosh. Dude, I keep thinking there's gonna be someone behind me. What is this? What's the button for? What button? Is it on the bottom of the, is it like on the, I don't know. I just want to get out of here. Wait. Just get out. I'm freaking out. Okay, I'm getting the frick out of here. I'm gone. It's not supposed to be a horror game. It's not. I'm like freaking out so bad. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, Stephen Moss was, done. Oh my gosh, he was done in the morgue. Oh my gosh, I have to go back to the hospital. Oh my gosh. Is that how this game's gonna end? Oh my gosh. Okay, we don't have to go yet though. What we're gonna do, we are gonna go back to the cabin though, because I think I didn't take a picture of the little board with all that Scott was working on. I don't know. It seems significant, and I guess it would point towards if Scott's trying to figure out who killed Vivian, then Scott didn't murder Vivian. You know what I mean? So that's kind of more of that circumstantial evidence or whatever they call it that'll prove Scott's innocence. I wonder if Father Matthew. I wonder if it was Father Matthew. Because he's the person you'd least suspect. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so we want to find, have I found everything? No, I need one more. The church. We'll go by the church. I really don't want to go to the church. I don't know where that picture is. It was the picture in the church? Hold on one second. Let me... Gosh, maybe? I don't... Who has that ugly beige... I don't know. We can look. I really don't want to go in these buildings. What if Father Matthew did it, guys? What if Father Matthew did it? Okay, set by church. Ah! It's a number! I bet I know what that's for. 1203. Okay, you know what? Let's go get this taken care of. Wait, real quick. Do I want to... While we're here, even though I don't want to. Yeah, it's that ugly beige. Church will be closed June 19th. Okay. Service last Thursday at every month. Gosh, this place is creepy. Hold on. Yeah, here's that ugly frickin' beige. Gosh, it would be by a book case is what it looked like. Golly. Likely wouldn't be here. This would either be study. gonna close this. Yes. What did that do? Guys, I can't keep hearing things. I don't know if that's just my... This looks like a secret door. I don't know. What did that do? I need a key. A key. Looks like a desk key. There's a desk over here. I think it had a code. Oh, what would the code be though? I don't know what the code. I keep thinking I hear things. I'm gonna go through Father Matthew's stuff real quick. Gosh, this place this whole town just freaks me out. Matthew. I don't know what it would be. I'm gonna try a few numbers just for giggles. Dang it, I don't know. I don't know what... I don't know. I don't know what it would be. And I keep thinking I hear things, but I'm not hearing things. I don't think. It's making me so nervous. Desk key. Desk key. This one isn't open. Oh, this is where they... Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I didn't really notice anything unusual. I figured maybe he was selling his car to pay for the attorney fees. Gosh, I don't know. I'll have to really think on what that code is, because it's the key I need is probably in there. I don't know, but let's get out of here. Just fly. I want out of this creepy place. Oh wait, I didn't want to go further into it. Here. I'm just running wherever. Is this landing? Oh, it is. Okay. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm so paranoid. It's not a horror game. Like, nothing's supposed to happen. I don't think. Okay. So I do have that new, I think it's, what is it? 1203. Okay, let's go get that taken care of. Okay. So we're gonna go... Probably shouldn't run. I'm probably missing all kinds of details. Okay, so I didn't write down 1, 2. Yeah, okay, what is it? Dear Sophia, it's been quite a while since I last wrote to you. I've been busy. I hope you're doing well. Father Calvin has been guiding me how to be a man of God, to grow my faith in the Lord and my compassion for people. When I see those who have no beds to sleep upon and no food to eat, my heart goes out to them. I wish I could do more. Father Calvin has been handing me more and more responsibilities. It seems like he might be retiring soon. He even gave me his favorite desk in the study room. I've changed the code to 0318. I should have read this before I went running around like a crazy person. Okay. I've changed his code to 0318 the day you first came to the orphanage. Painscreek has been very quiet recently. Nothing much goes on in this small town. Oliver is still Painscreek event photographer. Charles and Vivian are running their business as usual. Trisha's 7 now. She's really smart and loves to hang out with her dad. Dorothy's the same, old Dorothy that we all love. Bernard's still a reliable butler. I don't think he'll ever be replaced. As for me, well, I'm still here waiting for your return. Do you remember the church attic? Well, I spend most of my free time there now, doing wood carving. It helps me relax. Hey, I even got pretty good at it. Sometimes I'll think of you and how we spent our time together. I'm not sure if you ever realized how I felt towards you. Since you left, I keep writing these letters, but I never mail them. And to be honest, it's because I don't have a clue where you may be staying right now. At the same time, writing to you has made me feel that we are still close to one another. Today marks the sixth year that you left Painscreek. I still don't know why you left. All I want to say is take care. This will be my last letter. One day I hope to see you again. Love always, Matthew, 1982. Okay, Matthew did it. Matthew did it. Matthew found out that Vivian was responsible for Sophia's death. And he did it. It's Matthew. It's Matthew. And I bet if I can find wherever my notes are on, or photos are, whatever, that talks about that religious event, which I could have sworn I read something about a religious event taking place, I guarantee you it'll show that he is freaking lying. It was Matthew that did it. Which is really tragic, because Bernard and Charles thought that Scott did it, and Matthew cared about Scott, and then Scott wound up, Sophia's son, who is the whole reason that all this took place, wound up being blamed for Vivian's death and was murdered because of it. And this whole thing is, you know how they say, like, what is it? History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. I don't know if that's applicable here. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak today, guys. Yeah, it's so weirdly poetic and Shakespearean. It's just insane. Yes, Matthew did it. Matthew did it. Matthew did it. Wait. Yeah, oh, it's going to be in my files. Okay, hold on. There's something right here. What is this? What is that? It's a ring. I can't take it with me. Okay, so I'm going to drop it. And then there's this. Dear Sophia, please wait for my return. Love, Matthew. Alright, so March 18th, 1975. Every moment I spend with you is like a beautiful dream come true. Happy birthday. Okay, wait, was that date important? I don't know. They probably saved it in the files anyway, but just in case. So is that it? I think so. Okay, guys. I know who did it. We're gonna go up to the, because I remember him, he did talk about doing woodworking. And he talked about his workshop. And I remember not seeing his workshop, so I think we know. Okay. While we're here, let's go take that picture that I meant to take. And I don't think there's anything else. Although I don't know why they'd have that book that would tell you about making secret passages, because apparently that passage was already made. I don't know. Or maybe he did build this. I don't know. Okay. Let me take a picture of this, because they probably want to see that. Okay. Alright, just in case. And I guess... I don't know why it lets me pick this up. I can't do anything with it. I can't... I think these are all unlocked, right? Yeah. We've already been through that. Okay, wait. I wanted to take a picture. I found out who killed my... It says something about the... Was it the E's? Oh, maybe that would help. I don't notice anything extraordinary about the typing, but... Yeah, see, it's got the time capsule here. We have to go there. And then the birdhouse. Yeah, that's where we found the... Okay. So Scott was figuring all this out when he was nothing. There's no need to pick that up. It doesn't matter. Okay. There's nothing else. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go to the church, go to the attic. Hopefully we don't get murdered to death. And then we'll go to the hospital. See, I feel like that well is like a red herring. Okay. So I should have brought like a bike or something. Like the way I'm zipping through town. Okay, let's go back to the creepy church. Everywhere I go is creepy. And I'm pretty sure Matthew got the... If Matthew is Vivian's killer, I don't want to say the killer because it's multiple killings. If Matthew is Vivian's killer, then that means that I strongly suspect he got Stephen Moss. Dude, this is not supposed to be a horror game. This is not supposed to be a horror game. Okay, close that. We've got the code. What was it again? Did I write down? 0318. 03... Whoop. There we go. Dear Diary. Another diary. These people love their journals and diaries. May 13th, 1995. I visited Scott today. I couldn't believe what he said. How could Sophia be dead? How could Andrew, Henry, and Vivian have killed her? Oh. Did Scott say in his journal that he told Father Matthew? Did Dorothy know? How about Wanda or Charles? Did they know? Why didn't anyone tell me? May 28th, 1995. I visited Sophia's grave today. It was just a wooden cross that Scott made. There was no name on it. I placed some flowers in front of it. She always had a liking for flowers. I'm telling you guys, those flowers look fresh. This guy is still running around. We are in danger, guys. We are in danger. This is not supposed to be a horror game. She always had a liking for flowers. Well, yeah, flowers are nice. June 4th, 1995. We had mass today. Vivian and Henry were there. Andrew, as usual, didn't come. All I can think of whenever I look at them is whether they actually killed Sophia or not. As they praised the Lord throughout the sermon, I felt sick to the stomach. I couldn't bear to see their faces. What should I do now? I know I should forgive them, but it's so difficult. I'm dying inside. I wish I never visited Scott. I wish I never heard what he said. I wish I could just forget everything. June 6, 1995. I need to talk to Andrew. I need him to confess. Did he... 13th. I mean, yeah, he could have... He could have freaking did it. I didn't get a key, though. I was hoping I'd run into a key. I didn't pay attention to that achievement. I don't know what the achievement was. Desk. Where else has a locked desk? Bernard had it. Wasn't there a desk in the tea room in the mansion? I keep thinking I'm hearing stuff. I keep thinking I hear... I can't. Let's get out of here. I think I'm just brushing my microphone. I think that's what it is. I think I'm just brushing my microphone. Like my hair is touching it, and it's like it's freaking me out because I keep thinking I hear doors close, and I keep thinking I think I'm just paranoid. I don't think there's anything, because when I edit this video, I'm not gonna hear a thing, and I'll be like, oh, you sound crazy and paranoid. Desk. I think the mansion had a desk. Did it not have a desk? And it would make sense if Bernard had a desk key that belonged to the mansion. Okay, where do I want to go next? I've got down that Dorothy has a locked room. I still have that pendant code. Hold on one second. We're gonna mark down that we solved the thing. The box, Matthew's box. Drains. I should look for drains. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the hospital. Okay. So we're gonna go to the hospital because I know I need to access Dr. Johnson's office, and then we'll go to the mansion because I think there's a locked desk there. Of course, and then if that doesn't work, we could try Bernard's house again. Where is a drain? A drain. They said a drain by the roadside. I haven't seen any drains. We'll run around a bit. There's a drain. I need something to pull these bolts. I mean, I need a screwdriver. Oh, there's tools. Where there's tools. They said somebody had some tools. Well, I found several places that had tools, but we couldn't get into the toolbox, or they wouldn't let me access the tools. Okay, I need to come back. Hold on. Okay, that's gonna have something important. We've got to figure out how to access that. Probably not in this gameplay though. Let's run to the hospital. I think didn't they keep saying that the photographer had tools? I mean, I found tools all over the place, but they wouldn't let me pick up the tools or open the toolboxes, so I don't know where. Gosh, I hate the hospital. I don't know which area freaks me out the most: the church, the inn, the hospital, or the mansion. This place is so ripping. And we know somebody fell. Okay, let's just find it and get the heck out of here. Oh my gosh, I just realized every building here is like... these ugly beige... Wait, which way is it? It's the cafeteria. I don't want the cafeteria. I've got to find the nurse's station. Restroom. Down this way. Yeah, is it here? Office? Yes. Okay. Yes. There's a ghost shows up. I'm gonna be so upset. None of the lights work. Oh, this place is so creepy. Why is there a chair up against, like, where they watch? They watch. If I see a face over there, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, Vivian Roberts, Dr. Henry Johnson. Dear Dr. Henry Johnson, I would like to thank you for your contribution to the Painscreek Community Hospital and the people of Painscreek for the past 2 decades. However, there have been reports regarding the mishandling of funds designated for PCH, most of which came from the Roberts Relief Fund. This support was meant to help with the purchases of medical equipment and supplies. Since a sum of nearly $160,000 has been estimated missing, we have no other choice except to open an investigation. Until you are able to explain the discrepancies between your accounting and ours, we have no choice but to suspend all funding for the hospital for the time being. I will be meeting you and your accountant to solve these issues so we may continue to support the hospital's needs. Sincerely, Vivian Roberts. Yeah, this is a red herring. He didn't do Vivian in. In fact, I think he died before Vivian did. Oh, this place is so creepy. I can't stand it. Okay.
Henry, I just received a letter from the NMB investigation firm regarding the use of the RRF funds. I need you to call me. Henry, we really need to talk. Please call back. What's going on, Henry? Why aren't you returning my calls? This is really important.
Maybe that's Vivian? She has a nice voice. Ah, key. 203. I found a key for 203, so we're going to room 203. Which should be on the 2nd floor, I think. Okay. To Charles Roberts, I don't know if it's a joke that you sent me the threat letter, but if you knew about the well, then you must have found out the truth. Just so you know, your wife was the one behind it all. If you have any grudge, that's with her, not me. I was just a witness in Sophia's death, nothing more. Henry Johnson. Fax it tomorrow. Wow, why would you have this why would you hold on to this incriminating note? You dummy. I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. So this has got weird E's. But like I looked at the typewriter in Scott's cabin and the E's looked fine. So I don't know. I don't know where else to find a typewriter. I know we've seen a couple, but I don't know where the other ones were. I know I've seen at least one more. Got these plaques. Jackson and Lewis. Influential citizen. Okay, so he won a whole bunch of awards. It's kind of a big deal if you like embezzle from your or embezzle from a charity fund. Okay, so what was the key to? 203. I need to get to the steps. Oh, why is it so... Okay. Boy, I don't like this place. Not the least bit because I'm pretty sure Scott got here in this place. That's right, I didn't turn on the lights because... Is it this one? That's 203, so I don't need to be in there anyway. Oh my gosh, why is this place? 203. Oh, this is a special room. Oh. Wow, this... Okay, so I want you to note that this wall looks like the color, almost the color of urine. And it's not acceptable for a hospital scenario. And I'm basing that on no expertise other than good taste. Got a lot of VHSs. Man, I want some Cheerios so bad right now. I love Cheerios. Are we right under where that person fell? I think we are. Oh, we have another key. A room key. A room key for what? I've got a room key. Pick up. July 27, 1995. Yesterday, on hearing that Scott was apprehended for the murder of her mother, Trisha collapsed. The hospital called this morning to inform us that it was just a nervous breakdown. However, they've suggested that she should stay there for another few days. Charles is asking me to stay by her side. August 3rd, 1995. It rained today. Trisha has always hated the rain. She stayed in bed, tucked under the blanket, nearly the entire day. Here and there, she muttered Scott's name out loud. She cried herself to sleep a few times. It pains me to see her like this. Girl, let me tell you something. This poor girl, first off, she's got the disappointment of being born a female because her family wanted a male. Right. In fact, there was a whole will written about this crap, right? So she has to deal with that. You know, she's going to know on some level before she becomes of age to even understand the pressure that her mother was put under. Right? Right. Then she meets the love of her life. Well, first, yeah, she meets the love of her life. Right? And her mother doesn't want her to see him. Right? Right. Which causes problems between her and her mother. And then her mother is brutally murdered. And everyone's saying it's the love of her life's fault. Right? And then I don't know if she ever finds out, but he's actually her half-brother. On top of that. Right? And, before that, her grandmother, who, you know, is upset that she's the wrong gender, dies when she's like a baby, I think. I don't know. I don't know if she was alive when Magdalene passed, but in any event, it is just. And then the love of her life, who turns out to be her half brother, who was accused of murdering her mother brutally, is also brutally murdered. This poor girl has been through enough. It is just heartache after heartache after heartache, and just severe trauma. This is too much. This is why I think she took her own life, because this is just too much. Just any one of these events is a lot to put on a person. This is just, and I'm sure she found out about her mother's miscarriage, because that's a devastating, traumatic event for everyone, but especially for, Vivian going through that. The health complications, the physical pain, the mental anguish. It's just you're grieving. It's this. Oh my God, I'm telling you, this game is a Shakespearean play. It is insane. Poor Trisha, though. I think my heart hurts for her the most out of everybody. Her and Scott. My heart just breaks for them the most, I think. Okay, August 22nd, 1995. Charles visits Trisha almost every day. Today he was quieter than usual. All of a sudden, All of a sudden, he told me that Vivian had been seeing another man, apparently a banker, for more than a year. He asked me if Vivian ever talked to me about it. I said I didn't know anything, but was sure that Vivian would never have done such a thing. Then I realized that Trisha was awake. I'm not sure if she heard our conversation. Knowing this girl's luck, she probably did. She probably did. Like this poor girl. September 8th, 1995. Sheriff Howard came today. He asked me if I remembered seeing anything suspicious the night Vivian died. I've already told him everything I know. It's frustrating to be asked over and over about things that I just want to forget. Before he left, I asked if Scott could really be the killer. He said he's wondering the same thing. If Scott was not the killer, then who killed Vivian? I'm saying Father Matthew did it. September 16th, 1995. Derek came by to see Trisha. I asked him how he was doing. He said that the medical expenses for Wanda were more than he expected. Even with Charles's help, he's been forced to use up most of his savings. He's currently searching for a second job. He asked me if there was a future for him. Traveling with Charles made him see some of the rather ugly sides of the world. His mother is hospitalized with terminal cancer, and seeing his best friend Trisha like this pains him. I didn't know what to tell him. Ugly sides of the world. So what's Charles been up to? Is what I want to know. Why is he seeing the ugly sides of the world? We know Charles is a politician. We know his family ran a mining company that I think is no longer, I don't know, I know there was an incident, but I don't remember. I think Trisha came and helped revitalize it. I don't know, but it kind of makes me wonder what did he see when he was touring with Charles? Before he left, he leaned close to her and whispered, "Would it have been better if Scott just never showed up? Would you have chosen me? I wish that I never heard that." Yeah, there's so many love triangles. Derek loved Trisha. Trisha loved Scott. But Scott was Trisha's half-brother. But Scott did love Trisha, or seemed like he loved Trisha. Bernard loved Vivian. Maybe. He had loved her at least one point. I think Vivian and Charles loved each other, but I'll be honest, I don't like Trisha, I don't like Vivian or Charles. I don't think they're good people. But I do think that they at least at one point loved each other. But Charles may have also loved Sophia, and Sophia may have also loved him. I know Charles and Sophia both really thought they were going to be in each other's lives with the baby. So, I mean, who knows? Did Charles abuse his position with Sophia to get a male heir? Or was it just an accident and Charles was... Because Charles did seem like he really wanted Scott, a.k.a. Vincent, in his life. And really seemed to like him. So, I don't know. Were both he and Sophia, like, was it genuinely, like, did they just really grow close and just, like, fall in love? Or, I don't know. I just... I don't know. I don't want to sit here and make moral judgments. I don't like Charles. I don't like Vivian. I think they've abused their power on numerous occasions. I definitely... I mean, I think it's pretty clear. Maybe not for the courts, but I think it's pretty clear that Vivian took care of Magdalene, and definitely, you know, we know that she's responsible for Sophia's death. Her and Dr. Johnson and Reed. I don't know. This is just... This whole thing is just... Like I said, the people I feel the most sorry for are Trisha and Scott. And I really liked Derek. My head's spinning. Sorry, guys. My head's spinning right now. Yeah, the people I like the most are Trisha and Scott. I feel so sorry for them. I do really like Derek still. Even though he seems to have had some aggression issues. Um, to be fair, he is young. And I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't feel comfortable making moral declarations. It's such an ugly business. I feel so bad. It's just tragedy upon tragedy. Scott Brooks' body found by jogger with multiple stab wounds to the heart. Police do not know if this is tied to the murder of Vivian Roberts. Scott Brooks, a star suspect in the Vivian Roberts case, was found dead yesterday. His body was found on the roadside along Maple Drive. At around 6:50 a.m., a jogger happened to find a body lying motionless behind a bush on the side of the road. He stopped to check if the person needed help, only to notice the body was covered in blood. He immediately called 911. The police arrived shortly at around 7 a.m., and the victim was declared dead. The estimated time of death was predicted to have happened 4 to 6 hours prior, putting the incident to have occurred around 1 to 3 a.m. Questions have been raised in regards to the murder of Vivian Roberts, of which Scott Brooks was the key suspect of. He had been released from prison due to insufficient blank. Scott's body found behind a bush on Maple Drive. The police are currently investigating the case. Maybe we should we go look for the bush? I mean, I don't know. Would there be anything? I mean, we've already found the murder weapon. I am telling you. Okay, is that it? I think that's all I'm supposed to. What do I? I've got a key. A bedroom key, found it next to Dorothy's diary in the hospital, room 203. Looks like a desk key. Wait, we're in 203, right? Yeah, there's 204. I am scaring myself silly. I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't. I need to get out of here. Just get me out of here. Oh my gosh. Oh. That place is so creepy. Okay. Brother Matthew's desk. We already did that. There is... Found it next to Dorothy's diary in the hospital. So Dorothy has a locked room. Where's Dorothy's house again? Hold on. Oh, sorry guys. I feel a little lightheaded. I might be getting sick. Again. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. 40. Okay, I think I know where that's at. This room. Yeah, hold on. Yep. Okay, wow. What is... That is a big old cross. I'd be worried that that thing's gonna follow me as I sleep. There's a key right here. Oh, a pendant. Mother Mary. Can I take it? I can't. I don't know if that's significant or not. Okay, read. Daughter of ex-mayor found dead at Painscreek Community Hospital. Trisha Roberts falls 40 feet from rooftop, lands on head and dies. She fell from the roof. That was her. Oh, that's so sad. The hospital's now checked to see why the roof door was not locked. Investigation is still pending regarding Trisha's death. Yesterday morning, the body of Trisha Roberts was found on the grounds of Painscreek Community Hospital. She was pronounced dead at 7:20 a.m. According to Miss Thompson, she was starting her morning shift when she heard some noise near the reception area. She went out to find Trisha lying motionless. Blood was flowing out from her head. She quickly called for Dr. Bennett, the attending physician for the day's morning shift, who brought Trisha to the emergency room at once. Unfortunately, it was too late. The hospital CCTV shows that Trisha Roberts was walking around the hospital at around 6:30 a.m. She headed to the roof at 6:54 a.m. A few minutes later, her body was found on the ground 3 floors below. Charles Roberts, ex-mayor and father of the deceased. Minutes. That is just, I'm actually feeling a little emotional. I really like Trisha. I'm feeling a little emotional. it's mouth washing all over again. Okay. What's this one? Okay. Another diary. Okay, October 27th, 1995, Scott was released from prison this morning. Matthew went to pick him up. There's a lot of tension here in Painscreek. Most people think of Scott as a murderer. Charles tried to stop Trisha from seeing Scott, but it's no use. She was already waiting for him at the cabin. Charles is drinking again. He couldn't stop Trisha from trying to see Scott, yet Scott seems to be avoiding her. Trisha should not have been discharged from the hospital at this point. She still needs help in rehabilitation. November 14th, 1995, Derek and Scott fought at the market today. Derek asked Scott why he's avoiding Trisha. Scott didn't say anything. He just walked away. Derek told him not to come back anymore. It's sad to see what's happening to them now. They used to be such good friends. November 16th, 1995. Oh my God, Scott was killed. December 2nd, 1995. Trisha's been going crazy ever since Scott died. She sometimes screams in the middle of the night. Here and there, she'll ask us why Scott hasn't visited her for a while. No one seems to know how to answer without agitating her condition. December 6, 1995. Trisha is finally being admitted to the hospital for another mental breakdown. Charles doesn't know what to do. I've asked for his permission to take care of Trisha at the hospital until she recovers. I think Charles appreciates my help. And this is so sad. I mean, this is so incredibly sad. Oh, it's Sophia. It's locked. Okay, there's a code. Hold on. August 30th, 1974. I know some people don't like me. Wanda always picks on me, and Bernard ignores me most of the time. Andrew, well, he's okay as long as I'm not in his garden. Dorothy cares a lot for me, though. I like her. Tom, our security guard, treats me with respect, even though I'm just a housemaid. Girl, housemaids are important. Every job is important. Every job fulfills a need. There are no little jobs. There aren't. If there were little, look, all jobs are important. That's why people get paid to do them. Right? Otherwise, people would just do them. They're important. all jobs have meaning. Anyway, yeah. So housemaids, you're important. You are important. You do a lot of work that a lot of people don't want to do. That's why you get paid to do it. So housemaids, you definitely have value. Vivian and Charles are kind to me. Oh, and Matthew, too. I almost forgot about him. He's been taking care of me forever. Certainly as long as I can remember. I'm a lucky girl. October 20th, 1974. Matthew talks to me whenever he has time. Sometimes I feel he's trying to escape his chores at the church. We'll talk about everything under the sun, our hopes, dreams, and futures. It reminds me of our days at the orphanage. Matthew called her his cousin, but I'm wondering if maybe she's not a cousin. Maybe that's just what he calls... I don't know. Maybe that's just a term for endearment. Or maybe he just told everyone she was his cousin. So, I don't know. December 29th, 1974. Landing a job here as a maid was the best thing that could ever happen to me. However, I never imagined I would be having an affair with a married man, let alone my employer. Now I'm carrying his child. How do I face Matthew? March 15th, 1975. I received a letter from Matthew today saying extending his stay in Indonesia for 6 more months. It's always been him. That's always been him. He's always had a noble heart, wanting to help people everywhere. I miss him, but I'm glad he decided to extend his stay there. It gives me time to prepare. Now, it gives me time to prepare how I'll explain my situation to him. I don't know how he'll take it if he just hears the truth blurted out once he gets back. March 18th, 1975. I received a telegram this morning from Matthew wishing me a happy birthday. He told me he had a special birthday present prepared for me. All I needed to do was find the clues that he placed in our favorite places. He's waiting for my telegram after I've solved the puzzle. I've actually solved it already, but I don't know what to say to him. What should I do? June 1st, 1975. My baby was born today at 8:20 a.m., and it's a boy. He looks just like Charles. Dorothy's taking good care of us. She prepares the food and attends to my needs. I almost feel like I'm her boss. Charles visits me all the time asking if we need something else. If we need anything else. I told him he didn't have to come so often and to instead focus on work. As a mayor, he must have a lot on his mind. Yes, as a mayor, I'm sure he does. June 16th, 1975. Charles told me today that his mother Magdalene will be arriving in 2 weeks. She knows about our relationship. I feel nervous because she's a strict woman. At the same time, I'm happy because she told Charles to take responsibility for me and my son. Soon I won't have to be a maid anymore. Charles has decided to name our child Vincent Roberts. I like that name. That kind of sounds like Charles used her to have a baby. Of course, there's no guarantee that you'll have a son or daughter. I know it's the male genes that determine, the man's genes that determines what the gender will be. But I mean, again, like, how do you know, on my side of the family, my dad's side of the family, they have lots of boys. You know, he had 2 brothers. And then on my mom's side of the family, it was lots of girls. You know, so and I have no brothers. So I mean, go figure. Oh my gosh, what is this? Is this something I can? Oh, okay. March 8th, 1975. Dear Sophia, how have you been? I hope everyone is treating you well at the mansion. It's been 6 months since my missionary work started here in Indonesia. Life here is hard but meaningful. I thought my life at the orphanage was miserable, but after coming here, I realized I'm blessed more than I could ever imagine. I'm supposed to be back 1 week's time, but I recently decided I'll be extending my stay here for another 6 months. I haven't received any letters from you for a while now. I hope you are doing well. Remember the time when we were at the orphanage, you said you don't want to be poor anymore? I think God heard your call and brought you to Painscreek. Charles and Vivian told me they were glad I introduced you to them. They said you are a hardworking person with a kind heart and that us being related was not the reason they hired you. You got the job on your own merit. So they are really cousins. Okay. I did not know whether or not to tell them we are not actually cousins. Okay. There's that hyper focus again. I feel bad for lying to them. I guess I'll have to tell them the truth someday. Having said that, I'm glad you are in Painscreek. We can talk and meet anytime, just like the good old days at the orphanage. I will do my best here. I hope you can wait for me. Best regards, Matthew Brooks. P.S. I have prepared a special present for your birthday. Wait for my telegram that day. Guys, I'm going to get emotional. This is all so sad. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, wow. Wow. Okay, my throat is really, really sore, and I'm so fatigued right now, so I need to get... we need to end the gameplay video here. Okay, guys, hit that like button. Make sure your notifications are enabled so you get an update when I play more Painscreek Killings. I think we are so close to the end. I mean, we already know. We already know. I feel confident in saying okay, so I've written everything down. I'll rewatch the video in case I notice anything I missed. But right now, it's looking like we've got to figure out how to figure out that the combination for the chess pieces so we can. Well, it has something to do with the study, and then we've got the books. We've got to figure out how to arrange them regarding the study, and then so we've got to figure that out. We've got to. There's. I'm pretty sure there's a desk in the tea room of the mansion that can be unlocked. That may give us the hint we need for unlocking that puzzle. So I really should do. I want to make a note. Tea room first. Okay, and then what else? We still have this key. Desk key. We have a desk key. We've got to figure out where the desk key goes. Oh, it goes to the tea room. I'm so sick right now. I swear I'm gonna get sick. I need to take some cough drops. I need to. Okay. Okay. We still have this. Fixing broken drawers. Hammer. Pull out nails. Well, we gotta get something to get the bolts out. I can't use this on the drain. I need something to unscrew the bolts. I guess I need to go find one of the tool boxes and see if I can grab anything. I would have thought they would have already let me grab something though. So I got to figure that out. And then what else? What else? What else? I've got to figure out how we're gonna get that freaking stone moved in the cemetery because it's not letting me click on it. But there's something there. Like everything points to there being something under that stone in the cemetery. There's nowhere else. So I've got to figure that out. Okay, I can't. I've got to get off. Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are fantastic. We're supposed to be having some bad weather this week, so everybody stay warm, stay safe, stay prepared. Make sure if you are in an area that's going to have bad weather that you stock up on non-perishable items. Have blankets, have flashlights with batteries. If you've got pets, make sure that you have the supplies for your pets like food and enough food and stuff like that. And I'm about done. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. I love you so much. Mwah. Have a good one. Bye.